So we're working on Random Rob's JL Wrangler again, trying to tighten the steering up some more. So the dealership replaced his steering gearbox, the factory aluminum gearbox, with a new factory built steel gearbox. Even without the Synergy sector shaft brace that we had installed, he said the steering is so much better than it was. However, much reading on the forums has told him that the tie rods, the factory tie rods they use, the plastic inserts in them start to wear out, and he start getting slop in the steering around 20,000 miles, which he is really, really close to. So he went ahead and called Synergy back up and ordered their new heavy-duty tie rod kit, which uses the GM 1-ton tie rod stuff, and got the the brace that clamps on so you can hook your steering stabilizer back up. And he went ahead and bought the full kit, all 3 bars. So we're going to get in here and replace the tie rod, the drag link, as well as the track bar on the front of the truck. So yeah, 20,000 miles, and I guess this is the Jeep thing that I own a Toyota because of this kind of thing.
Super smart. They learned this from the Japans.
You got a bunch of those goofy little dual stage plastic clips to undo the skid plate. A couple little 8mm screws that were on his outer edge. Gonna pull that little plastic cheesy looking skid plate thing down so we can get a little better access to what we're working on here. Yay! So now that we got the stupid skid plate out of the way, we're gonna get in here, unbolt the tie rod and the drag link. So we're fighting this really cool problem to try and get the drag link out of the pitman arm. You need a 7mm Allen wrench. The only 7mm I have is in a form of a 3/8 socket. So I'm having to hold a wrench on that while other guy is under here spinning the nut off of it, because it just wants to spin inside that pitman arm. So all the little fun stuff that you run into on these projects. So here's all the stock pieces compared to the Synergy pieces. So yeah, just beefier, heavier duty, thicker wall. You can definitely tell the difference when you lift them. Each piece is much stronger. The Synergy pieces are definitely thicker in every area, especially like where they connect to the main bar. They got like more of a Heim style end to them for flexibility on the track bar. So just beefier overall, easily replaceable in small pieces when you get just the different Chevy tie rod ends. So yeah, good stuff. So when you install the new track bar, you use this bolt with the extra long shoulder on the outside for mounting the steering stabilizer back on. Mike's working on getting the other end of the track bar bolted into the brace that we have with the Synergy steering box brace over there. All right, so we've gotten the track bar installed, and we have left the ends with the adjustment collars. The locker's loose right now. We're gonna try and do our best tape measure eyeball alignment on it when we're all done here. Same thing with the drag link. And so what we've been doing is laying the factory bars out next to the new bar and measuring from end to end with the tape measure, just trying to get them as close as possible before we install them. At least the Jeep will be safe to drive to the nearest alignment shop so we can have them fine-tune that before we have to worry about tearing up tires or wheel bearings or anything else.
You want to go to the tread?
Yeah. I'm on the center rib. Giving it our best tape measure alignment. Thankfully the tire he's got on it right now has these grooves all the way around the tire that are nice and straight, making it real easy to try to measure our distance side to side.
Okay, so measure the back.
Yep, and we're gonna move it to the back and then adjust that side to side tie rod until we have it close to the dimension. Make sure you're not hitting those lower link bars there. We gotta be.
It's gotta go in the tab, not much.
The front needs to go in.
Yeah, we gotta go toe in just a touch.
Okay, so that adjustment's right here.
Oh wait. I'm wrong. You gotta go out.
And go the other way?
Yep. Whoa, way too much. Go back a little bit. I'm talking very small. Like, hold on. That's probably, if we go right there, that's actually probably a touch of toe in, and you probably want
which would
a
be
touch
good,
of toe
yep.
in, right?
Yep.
Perfect.
All right, we'll tighten that adjustment. Jam that right there. And I'll get the steering stabilizer mounted up. Yeah, so this is kind of the end finished product as far as look. We got to set it on the ground and adjust the drag link yet for the steering wheel straightness, but all the new Synergy bars installed, castle nuts, cotter pins, the Fox steering stabilizer that had been installed before actually gets mounted on that new stud that went in with the new track bar bolt. And then they've got this clamshell bracket here that goes at this end. So we took the steering stabilizer and measured the distance of the exposed shaft when it was fully extended and fully collapsed. Then set it in the center point with the steering wheels set at center point to install the clamshell bracket. That puts you in the middle of its stroke so that you shouldn't bottom that steering shock out in either direction when you are when you're turning. But yeah, so far so good. It all went together well. And we'll get the steering wheel centered up and go for a little drive, maybe get a driving impression. However, it's going to be extremely difficult today because here in Traverse City, Michigan, we've got about 4 to 6 inches of snow overnight. And it's wet, slimy, and greasy, and the roads are nasty. And there's cars upside down in the ditch along the way. So we'll maybe have to postpone that driving impression video for another time, but we'll see what we can do. So while the JL was in the garage, Rob had picked up this, what was it, Outland Adventure or something? Outback Adventure. It's a little fold-down table with the slide-out cutting board. So when you're road tripping, camping, whatever, and then it neatly folds up here. And it's got these little spring pins that drop it down. The cutting board centered up and it just push latches into place. So I'll be curious to see when we drive, but it looks like it'd be a nice rattle free. I mean, it seems very rigid and solid when it's there. So, but kind of a neat little thing for when you're camping. Good handy fold out tray. Should work really well. So we're doing our initial little test drive here, and this is what it's like here this morning in northern Michigan. So the roads are slick and nasty, and then the snow's coming down wet and heavy, and it's sticking to everything, which is beautiful, but it makes for some treacherous driving. So we've gone all of about a mile. Rob, what do you think? Can you feel a difference?
No.
Yeah. Perfect, but it's tight and it's rock solid stuff. Yeah.
It'll last.
Yeah. Durable, built to last. Jeep drives really good now that he's got that steering.
Just need to align those.
Yep. Just got our steering wheels off a little bit there. So we go back, make a slight adjustment to that drag link like we did before, and should be good to go. Thanks for watching.